Distance Nerding.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's time. We are here. We are ready. It is Taco Tuesday. You are now experiencing here. I'm Young Bill. She is Jen the Fray Girl. He's Jamez 5000. And
We're here to nerd together because we can't hear his microphone. We're talking
That's
about
right.
anything. Pop culture, news, movies, food, music, wrestling, comics, Comic-Cons. Whatever you're nerding out on, we want to talk about it.
of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you are watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out. Listen on any podcast app, anywhere at all. Leave us a review. And remember, 5 stars helps us so much. Check us out on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, TikTok, everywhere at Distance Nerding. Guys, we're here. We made it to another week.
We did
That's
it.
right. And I can barely hear you. What's up with your mic, dude?
You can barely hear me.
That's better.
Yeah, you got better.
Keep talking. Tell
No,
us
it
about
was-
what you've been doing.
No, okay. So that's the thing is I can't get too close to the mic because then I'm too loud and we have issues. So I have to keep my distance.
okay.
So
Nerd.
your
Alright,
mic is
I
saying you're
guess
too
so.
loud.
Yes.
And as Bobby Hill would say, loud is not allowed. That was first episode of King of the Hill. Thank you.
That's right. That's right.
First season, first episode.
Oh man. Show is so good, and we're gonna talk about that here soon. Well, ladies and gentlemen, again, we've made it. It's episode 248. We are ready to get going and moving along. Ladies and gentlemen, you have now stumbled onto the worst kept secret on the internet. You are now watching the Distance Nerding podcast.
Enjoy that video. I do enjoy it. It's a good video.
It is. It's
Good.
very, very good. We need more like that, more
Mhm.
segment intros, if you will. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. This week on deck, we've got starting rumors, quick bites, and the trend up, all happening for you today. Wasn't there something right here? Right there. From starting rumors to quick bites to the trend up, this week's pod is stacked with spicy speculation, sharp takes, and enough lore to keep the fans fed. But before we get into all of that, of course, ladies and gentlemen, but first, let me get a shout out. Ladies and gentlemen, this show is brought to you by the good folks over at Dubby. That's right. Dubby's a brand of energy drinks created to help focus, concentration, reaction time with no jitters or crash. Dubby contains no maltodextrin, no sugars, no fillers, no artificial colors or dyes. Find out more about Dubby at www.dubby.gg. Use the code NERDING10. That is NERDING10 at checkout, and you'll get 10% off your order. Guys, it is well worth the get. It is delicious. I still need to get these new flavors.
You got to finish what you have.
You got didn't you get the cherry blossom one?
I didn't. I didn't end up getting it.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought you were gonna get that. Okay. Anyway. Anywho, Distance Nerding is part of Geek Freaks Network, y'all.
Oh, wait.
If you're deep in the lore or discovering your latest binge, building Lego, debating casting choices, or still not over that massive plot twist, the Geek Freaks Network has got you covered. Your fandom, your community, your people. Check out the Geek Freaks Network at gfpods.com. I have something waiting for me to listen to by Challenge Accepted. It's the Gen V the whole season wrap up, and we binged that last week during our anniversary week, husband and I. And oh my goodness, season 2 was freaking amazing. I cannot believe how good it was. So I need to listen to that one. That is, I've been saving it so I can just spend time and focus on it. But what about you guys? Have you guys listened to any of the Geek Freaks Network
I did actually
show
listen to.
updates?
I listened to the main show today, and listened
Mhm.
to their takes on everything that's coming out about their ideas on Godzilla and Crash Bandicoot and everything like that. Guys, if you want to check out those things again, head over to Geek Freaks. Download and listen to the Geek Freaks podcast. Listen to Challenge Accepted. Listen to oh man, Anime Plus. All the different shows that they have on there.
Fandom Portals
Fandom
is
Portals.
doing a poll on what movie they want to revisit, and it's live now on Instagram. So if you want to be part of it and pick from the movies that they have, you can actually start voting on what you want them to do, and they'll keep doing it's like a little bracket, and when they get to two, they'll whoever wins, they'll actually do it. So I think that's kind of neat. I like this show. I think we should move on.
All right.
Soundboard. There's a soundboard in this app, right? And James just found it, so it's
I
great.
just found it.
Oh no! What did he do?
Now there's-
I wasn't
Could
listening.
you? I didn't even know you could hear it. Can you hear that?
Yeah, I heard it. So that's two guys with soundboards now. This is gonna get absolutely reckless and terrible.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dueling soundboards. That's
Dueling sound-
fantastic.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into this. It's time to get banned in all of Belarus. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's
Yeah,
it.
screw Belarus.
Yeah, yes.
Ban us.
Fuck it. Let's go.
Ban us.
Banned. Getting banned right now.
Bring it, Belarus.
Ban,
Bring it, Belarus.
ban, ban,
Bring it, Belarus.
ban Belarus. Oh God, they're kicking us off the internet.
I have too much energy for this. Okay.
What if we're like the number one podcast in Belarus? Because we keep
we
mentioning
are.
Belarus.
You know we are. All
fun.
6 of them.
Mhm.
All right. Do movie theaters take gold coins? A new rumor suggests that Sonic the Hedgehog 4 might ditch the numbered sequel format and instead adopt the title Sonic CD. A direct nod to the 1993 Sega CD game that introduced time travel and debuted fan favorite characters Amy Rose and Metal Sonic. This aligns with the post-credit scene from Sonic the Hedgehog 3, which teased both characters. If true, the title shift signals a deeper dive into Sonic lore and a possible time travel plotline. Sonic the Hedgehog 4 is set to be released in theaters on March 19th, 2027. So tacos on the table, my fellas. Will you be speeding into theaters for Sonic CD?
I still haven't seen Sonic 3, and I know it's on Paramount Plus. I need to watch it. But I mean, I enjoyed the first two movies. I enjoyed Knuckles. So I from what I've heard, Sonic 3 was just as good as the first two movies. I just need to watch it. So I mean, if that's the
I
case,
hear
I mean,
Keanu Reeves was amazing in it.
oh my God, he played Shadow. I'm in on this. I'm in for it.
So
James?
my tacos are off the table on this. I played Sonic, like the first one, but I was never a huge Sonic guy. I never had a Sega Genesis. So I never got like attached to Sonic. That being said, I'm not in control of my life. If my kids want to go see the Sonic movie and I have to spend $137 for popcorn and movie tickets and jujubes or whatever, I'm going to do it because I'm not in control. And that's what happens. So my tacos are off the table, but they'll probably put my tacos on the table to go see Sonic.
That's what happens when
And
you
then
have
they'll smash them up into
Yep.
little bits because you control nothing in your
Exactly.
life. Well, I haven't actually seen any of the Sonic movies, and I really never played any of the games. But I love this. I love that he's just like this little creature, furry creature that can run really, really fast, and he's a ball. and I like he can make himself into a ball and stuff. I just love it. I think it's great. I I think it's awesome. So I'm just gonna say my tacos are on the table for this. Will I see it in theaters? No. Will I care if it's named Sonic CD? No. But I think it's fun. And if they're going into the lore, yay.
All right.
All
Well,
right.
let's jump into the next one.
More video game nostalgia coming right up. Word on the street is Netflix is developing an animated series based on Crash Bandicoot, the chaotic marsupial. Oh, I love that. Who spun his way through PlayStation history. The project is rumored to be a comedy adventure aimed at younger audiences, with early concept art surfacing online. If true, this marks another nostalgia fueled IP revival following Netflix's success with Sonic Prime and Castlevania. Talk was on the table. Mario Bros., Sonic, now Crash Bandicoot. Will video game adaptations ever crash?
Go ahead, young Phil.
I was gonna say I'm excited
Same.
for this. I played Crash Bandicoot as a kid. I remember that was one of the big games on PS1 that I played. But not just that, and I think I've said this in the past, like how excited I was for this. But now that we know that the same studio that makes the games is the one making the series, and they're using the same animation from the last game,
Mhm.
I'm all in on this. I really want this more than anything now. Like this is definitely something that I'm more excited to watch. Just because you get to see all the weird, wacky things that Crash does. And you know, the rumor has it they're going to be doing what like kind of the same formula that they use for the Mario movie, where you know they're incorporating different games and different things, so like Crash Party and Crash Racers and everything like that. And the main one's
Is
going to be
Crash in the name of every single game?
yeah. Well, because he is the he is he was Sony's equivalent to Mario. He was like their mascot, and they all had different games with him. There was the Crash Party was basically Mario Party. Crash Racers was Mario Kart. I mean, like you know, they've had all these different kind of like knockoff Mario games that were all Crash Bandicoot. But the big difference is Crash Bandicoot appeals more to like teenagers than kids.
Oh, so he's in the drugs.
Nah, I wouldn't say
And he likes boobs.
he does like boobs.
Yes.
But
He
I
likes boobs and he's into drugs.
but like I said, I love the idea of
Sneaking
Crash,
out of the house.
him dealing with like all these different masks that talk to him, and then on top of that, Neo Cortex being the villain in this. I'm in on this.
So
Nice.
just the photo of it makes me think, yes, he is on drugs. He's hallucinating. And yeah, and he snuck out of his house and he's hallucinating and he's really just at the 7-Eleven.
Especially with
My
those
tacos are on the
eyebrows.
table. Go ahead, James.
My tacos are on the table. Actually, you know what? I'm taking my tacos back. I was never a Crash fan, and again, I didn't have a PlayStation. Was it PlayStation 1? So
It started on PS1, yeah.
yeah, so I'm not gonna watch it. I mean, is it gonna be good? Maybe, probably, but is it gonna grab me? It's not gonna grab me because I don't have that nostalgia for it. So my tacos are off the table. I'm gonna save it for something else, like Black Panther.
Okay. Well, you know what? Your wish is my command. New Panther. Who dis? Rumors suggest Avengers Secret Wars could reset the timeline and reintroduce T'Challa, possibly as an adult version of Toussaint, the son revealed in Black Panther Wakanda Forever. With the mantle passing to Shuri, Marvel Studios has kept quiet about future plans until now, pushing Damson Idris to the center of fan casting buzz for the next T'Challa in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Idris was asked directly at Time 100 Next Gala and responded with a laugh and a cryptic, no, no, I don't know anything about that, which fans immediately clocked as classic Marvel misdirection. So, of course, he's going to be playing him. Tacos on the table is Damson Idris, the right choice to carry T'Challa's legacy.
My tacos are on the table for this one. I think he's perfect. I think that we've had, I don't know how many years has it been, like 5 years since
Oh, it's been
Wakanda for.
longer than that. It's been
It's been a good amount of time. I think we need to find a way
yeah,
to
it
progress
yeah.
the story of Black Panther, of Wakanda. You know, we got the animated series for it, but let's see more about Wakanda. I'm ready for it. What
Well,
about y'all?
do you want me to go first, and then that way you can just word vomit?
Yep.
Okay. All right, I'll go. All right. So I haven't ever seen him in anything. I think he does look like he could be related to Chadwick Boseman. So I think that's in his favor. Um he has pretty big shoes to fill because not only was Chadwick Boseman an excellent Black Panther, he was an excellent person. And so that those are some pretty big shoes to fill. So I don't know. I think anyone that takes over the role really has to it's just going to be real it's going to be tricky to navigate at first, but I think he could do it. I'm always for John David Washington in anything, so he could also be the next Black Panther. I wouldn't mind that. um I don't know if he would do it or not. Denzel would tell him to do it. Daddy would tell him to do it because daddy says get the money so you can make the movies you want to make, because that's what Denzel does. But yeah, I think he would be good, and yeah, Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever. I am 100% tacos on the table, 10 toes down, all on this. Damson Idris, one, is an amazing actor. He's the main protagonist in F1. If you got a chance to watch Outside the Wire on Netflix with Anthony Mackie, he's also the co-protagonist in that as well. Which that was a movie that I actually really enjoyed. Damson Idris is a really good actor. And again, right now he's getting a lot of buzz because of F1. I think that he can carry the franchise. I think that he'd be a good person to pull up the mantle. He also has the look. He does look like he could have been related to Chadwick Boseman. Um,
Yeah.
I think that if we are going to either recast T'Challa, or you are going to do Toussaint and do T'Challa Jr., either way, I think that he is somebody that can pick up the mantle. So I mean, I say that I haven't heard him do an accent, so I don't know, like, how well of a Afrikaans accent he can do, but an Afrikaner accent. But I mean, it'll be kind of cool just to kind of see another actor pick up that mantle finally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Well,
no, absolutely.
you know what brought all this about was this whole Time 100 gala thing.
Mm-hmm.
So they did a feature of like the costuming of from Black Panther, and he walked out with everybody from Black Panther, like next to Angela
Oh
Bassett.
yeah, 'cause yeah, she had a cat. Oh, she had her arm around him, like he was walking.
Hello, hi, Wakanda forever.
Yay! Wakanda forever. You forgot to say it.
So you were saying he walked out and he had her arm around her.
He was like
Yeah,
arm in arm with Angela Bassett. But you know what?
exactly.
Angela Bassett just knows when there are hot guys around, and she's like, "Look at you, tall glass of water. Come on over here."
I mean, that works too.
I,
Yeah.
she's married. Isn't she married to Courtney B. Vance? He don't care. Dude, busy. He got things to do. Angela can do Angela things.
Right.
I like it.
Agreed.
But
Oh,
I'm
okay.
tacos on the table. I'm in it. I'm in.
Yeah, my
Let's see.
tacos are 100% on the table.
Will we need a scorecard to keep track of everyone in this next story? Do you think?
Maybe.
The insiders claim Avengers Secret Wars will feature even more multiversal chaos than previously teased, with plans to outdo Avengers Endgame. That's a pretty big outdo we. In scale, rumors include appearances from Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, and even animated variants. My spidey sense is tingling. The phrase bigger than doomsday was reportedly used in internal Marvel meetings, though it's unclear if that's literal or metaphorical. If Endgame was a crossover buffet, Secret Wars might be the entire multiversal food court. Tacos on the table. Can Secret Wars deliver on the hype, or is Marvel stacking cameos like it's building a cinematic Jenga tower?
And it's all gonna come crashing down.
No,
I put a little extra sauce on that, so you know.
So 2 points. I'll try and keep this brief. One, we know that I was going to say the Dufflers. We know that the Russos can handle multiple characters, doing cameos and big ensemble pieces with all of those characters. So I trust the Russos doing this correctly. Number two, this is inching closer to that theory that I keep on talking about of them taking Spider-Verse and using that as a tip-off point to get Miles Morales into the universe. If we're saying that we're going to be getting, they're going to be using animated characters and bringing animated characters to screen, I think that this is almost proof that they're using that as a jump off point so they don't have to re-explain Miles Morales.
Yeah. I agree.
So yes, I 100% think that they are going to do this because the Russos know how to do it, and they know how to do it without it feeling crowded.
I like that. I do like that. But I just don't know if are they going to really bring in variants of characters? I don't know. I feel like that would be confusing to the average viewer. And typically these big Avenger movies are for everybody. You know, they're the big popcorn films. So I don't know about bringing in variants, especially ones from like an animated universe. It'd be interesting. I mean, I'm all up for it, but I don't know if it's for the average viewer.
I don't think that it's going to be too much of a problem because they proved that they could do it with Spider-Man when they were able to do multiple variants of Spider-Man and it didn't feel confusing. I think what they're doing is taking the same idea but scaling it up.
Yeah. I was thinking that too, but I was also thinking about what if, because this would be if they were going to tie that up in a like in a little bow, you know, like, hey, so here's what's been happening with the what if universe, and when you fix this multiversal bullshit, that's also going to tie that off, so we won't have any more stories or whatever. So I could see them bringing a couple of those characters in, like Kahori, or Natasha Lyonne's Howard the Duck Darcy hybrid. I don't remember the name, but you know what I mean.
Multiverse
And
proved that they could take a character from What If and put it in one of these movies because they did that with Haley Atwell.
Yeah. They did it with Haley Atwell, and also if you kind of look at it, they did it with the alternate Stephen Strange, the one that was in the disintegrating house.
Right.
Strange Supreme or whatever. Yeah. They kind of did it with him too. So I mean, it could happen. I think it's more likely that we'll get Miles Morales and some of the characters from that universe than we will What If, but it would be nice if we could. And maybe some of the like TV characters. Like maybe Ted will show up.
Maybe we'll get Phil Coulson back. That's what we need. A variant. We need a variant of Phil Coulson.
That would be amazing.
Yeah. Clark Gregg's like really salty about people saying Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. isn't canon. And I'm like, woo, I'm staying away from that.
I would be too. He spent 8 seasons
Yeah.
As a character that got established in the movies. Like, come on, man. Don't
Yeah,
tell
he's
me that
canon. It's all canon. Nick Fury was on it. Maria Hill was on it.
Mhm.
So, whatever. But anyway, I feel like my tacos are on the table for this because they're gonna throw everything at it. Everything.
I agree.
Yep.
I
I
think
hope
the
the craft
Jing-
services has really good stuff. That's all I'm saying.
I think that the Jenga comparison is very interesting because
Yeah,
this is either going to land and everybody's going to be like, "Oh my god, that was amazing," or it's going to come crashing down and be like,
right.
"They couldn't pull it off. They couldn't pull
Yeah.
it off." But I
Be like,
mean,
look at all these montages, and you're like, yeah, this is 7th montage, just so
yeah,
we can see
exactly,
everybody.
exactly.
Okay. All right. So last rumor, y'all. Last rumor alert. Hulk helping Peter with homework. That's one way to smash the syllabus. A leaked story outline suggests Bruce Banner may appear in Spider-Man Brand New Day with a subplot involving Hulk helping Peter navigate a multiversal science crisis. The storyline reportedly draws from Indestructible Hulk comics, where Banner works as a government scientist. Fans are speculating this could be Marvel's way of reintroducing Hulk's intellect and setting up World War Hulk. Tacos on the table. Is it time for Bruce to start looking for a new science bro?
Hmm. Honestly, I don't. My tacos are wherever my tacos are going to end up. I'm going to throw them in the air wherever they land. That's where they're going to be because I don't understand how they're putting Spider-Man Brand New Day together. I don't see Punisher and Hulk and Spider-Man and Scorpion and Sadie Sink as whoever is going to be smashed into this movie, plus MJ, plus Ned, and it's all going to make sense. I just don't know. So my tacos are not on the table, but they're up in the air.
Okay.
I'm
Didn't
again
know we could do that, but okay.
right. Again, here's my thing: is we as people. I don't mean us, as the hosts of the show, but I mean we as people tend to get kind of jumbled up and start saying there's so much happening, there's so many people, they're doing all this, and then the movies come out and it never feels overwhelming, it never feels like too much is going on. I think that we over anticipate and that we overthink what is going to happen in these movies. Like I said, I think a lot of these cameos that they're making a big deal about are not going to be that big. I think that they're going to be one moment at the beginning of the movie. I think half of these cameos are going to happen within the first 10 minutes of the movie, and then it goes into a Spider-Man story. I think it's like reintroducing where this version of Spider-Man fits in the universe.
Yeah.
And it's going to be Punisher doing his thing, and Sadie Sink's character is going to be helping him, and Spider-Man's going to be like, dude, you can't do this. Tell me that I can't. Frank's just going to be like, tell me I can't do what I want. Like it's
Right.
going to be an
Yeah.
argument between them, and Spider-Man stopping Frank Castle and being like, we're not, this isn't over. We're not done. We're going to be talking later. And then it goes into a full Spider-Man movie. I don't think that just because we're getting a lot of these characters in the movie, it means that they are main characters through the entire movie.
Okay.
Yeah, see, I see where you're coming from. I
Like
see where you're coming from.
Superman had a lot of that too.
But to bring in, yeah, Superman had characters, but they all weren't main characters. We're talking about the Hulk. We're talking about the Punisher. We're talking about Spider-Man. Like having that much, I don't know, presence, power on screen is a lot to deal with. And just to be like, oh, here's Punisher coming walking by, shooting a gun, pew pew, and walking off screen, that'd be such a waste. Don't even tell me he's going to be in the movie if it's going to be like a small 5-minute cameo. I don't want that. I don't want that. You're hyping it up like we're going to have this huge Punisher Hulk thing. Don't just give me like a 5-minute small cameo. Like make him a guest, just like how Toby Maguire and Andrew Garfield were. Like they were part of the story. Give me that.
But then see, when you do that, I feel like that's too
He-
much. I feel like
So
making it
there
a team
could
up is
be.
too much. Sorry, go ahead, Jen.
It's okay. I think I kind of forgot what I was going to say now. Oh no, I was going to say that that the whole I think the multiversal science crisis could be like the main focus of this, and not necessarily that it's, oh, let's, oh, Bruce Banner and Hulk are going to be in this whole movie. That it may be something that Peter finds out about and is like, this is beyond me, I've got to call in the big guns, and he calls in Bruce, which starts this multiversal, like, he's like, hey, look, there's this science thing going on. Wow. After all this multiversal stuff's happened, um you know more about this. And so there's maybe like he calls him, and then later in the movie, it's like, it's one of those, it's the B story.
Right.
He's, because Spider-Man's always doing like 17 things at once. He's trying to have a job, he's trying to get a girl, he's going to college. He it's like he's got all this stuff going on, and then, he's also trying to solve the world's problems, while being your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. So I do think that it could be done. Um and if you look at one issue, like one actual issue of comics of a Spider-Man comic, there have been where he's had like 4 or 5 different people in just one issue, and that's like, what, 24 pages? So, it can be done. It's not, but it just needs to be smooth and work together and make sense. So, my tacos are on the table for it because 'cause I'm a positive person, I guess. I don't know, but I just am like, I mean, make it work.
It's
10
just like
guns says make it work.
Punisher only had a kind of like minor in one episode. He was in one episode of the new Daredevil series, and everybody was expecting him to be through the entire series. But it didn't feel like we were robbed of the Punisher. It was more exciting that we got the Punisher. I think that we're going to see the Punisher in action in one scene. I do like the idea of the Hulk being involved in the climax, but I don't think they're going to be throughout the entire movie. I think it's going to be kind of um, how Mr. Terrific had one of the like show stealing scenes in the movie, but he's not like main character through the entire movie. He's subplot character. And
Yeah, yeah.
like I think that that's what the Hulk is going to do in this movie. He's not going to be taking center stage, but he may be taking a moment where it's almost like what happens in Avengers when he just loses control and Tony has to bust out the Hulkbuster armor. Like it's
Yeah.
Peter trying to figure out, like, I need to stop him because he is raging right now.
Well, I mean, it could also be that, like, we may see more Bruce and less Hulk
Mhm. I think
because,
that 100%.
yeah, I mean, when you do the Hulk, that costs more money. But also, like, Peter needs a new mentor.
Mhm.
He's going to be searching for a new mentor. And Bruce needs another friend. Needs another friend that will be his friend, like, to the point where it becomes obnoxious. He needs it's like a match made in heaven, really. You got and you've got a spider and a monster. So it's like yeah, it's just a perfect parable. So yeah, I hope they're best friends forever.
Also, Scar is
A
probably
little
gonna be
hard.
there, and that's I think everybody's, like, not taking into account that his son is
Yeah.
on the planet now, so, like, that might be
Yeah.
something else too.
Unless he dropped him off with Star-Lord. Maybe he's helping Star-Lord with his dad's lawn.
I'll put my tacos on the table for Scar not being in this movie. I think if they do that, so many people are going to be like, "What? Who is this guy? What's wrong with his hair? How did he end up in this movie?" You know what I mean?
Why
Like,
did he look so emo for a Hulk?
yeah, not everybody watched She-Hulk, let alone, found out what happened, towards the end of that show. So I don't think I think they put Scar in for like, hey, look at this, we just introduced Scar, but I think they're gonna pull back and be like, no, let's just keep it Bruce. Let's keep it Bruce, and we're good.
First of all, how dare you? Everyone should watch She-Hulk.
Yeah.
It was awesome. And not just for the twerking scene, but it was awesome. And second,
Frank, roll that clip.
how dare you? No, I'm just kidding. Roll that clip. All right.
Well, we had to hit the brakes on those rumors because it's time.
Now it's time. I'm sorry, I wrote it quickly.
Okay, because now it's time for the download. Let's get into the news, guys.
Ron Burgundy?
I'm Ron Burgundy. Okay, interesting. For more news, trailers, reactions, check out the Distance Nerdington post. Let us know what you're nerding out on, and we will talk about it because we do want to talk about all the things you guys are into. Let's jump into this first story. Give me 1 second here because I also have to produce what's on the screen. So give me a moment to take this off. Boom. All right. In delay news, that feels so fitting after this entire delay that I just did right now. DC Studios has reshuffled its release slate. The Green Lantern series Lanterns will now debut after the June 2026 release of Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, rather than leading the next phase of the DCU as originally planned. Guess the Green Lanterns needed a little more time to charge their power rings.
You know, if they upgraded to the new Lantern 17 Pro, then they wouldn't need to recharge as often.
Ring Pro Max.
The Ring Pro Max. Oh God, that is absolutely terrible. So it's great, but I mean terrible. I'm if it makes sense to move it to somewhere where it's better for storytelling purposes, and if it gives them a little bit more time to make sure the series is as clean as possible, I'm for it.
I am angry.
Oh,
I'm angry. I just want it to come out. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting. And I want it to come out. I just think the Green Lanterns have the most like meaty story. Like, because there's so many of them, and you can tell all these stories, and the way they're grounding it and making it gritty, I think will be a really good take on it. And so that, I'm sorry, but that's why. And James, please go. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No worries. What I was thinking is that because it's moving around so much, maybe Green Lanterns or the Lanterns, series doesn't connect as much to, say, Woman of Tomorrow, or some of the bigger arching like Superman, Man of Tomorrow, Supergirl movies. Like those are the big tent poles. Maybe this is just a pocket or like a side story that's going to be happening, and then maybe it's just an introduction to the Green Lanterns, and then we move on and maybe they join one of the other movies. But I don't think this is going to connect as much as we think James Gunn is connecting everything. I think it's going to be a standalone story for the most part. But I am bummed.
Well, I kind of think you're wrong.
Oh, okay. Here we go. All right, fine. Here we go. Okay, I'm wrong.
What I did think, no, you actually said a lot of good stuff, and I do agree with most of it.
But it's wrong.
What I'd like to say is maybe it's not. Maybe there's something else they need to bring into the universe before we get to Lanterns, because Lanterns may be a stronger pivot point to getting to the larger story, like to go into Man of Tomorrow. So like, because it's going to be Brainiac, and so they're going to need all the lanterns that they have in the sector to come help with that, because they're going to know more about Brainiac than most at anybody, even like Mr. Terrific or anything. I don't think anybody's ever seen Brainiac to this point. I think this is his debut. So it may be something like that.
Yeah, that makes sense. And you would want to have someone like the intergalactic cops along with the Owens, being able to talk to like, the Guardians of Oa, and them being able to explain like this is Brainiac. He's the eater of worlds, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys are
Yeah.
fucked. Like
Yeah.
basically that's what they say.
I agree, but I also think you're wrong. So there's that. And who's Owen? Who invited Owen? Is it Owen Hart? No,
Owen
it's
Hart.
not.
Owen
No.
Owen likes poetry. And so Buffy likes poetry too.
It's Owen Wilson. Wow, I'm a Green Lantern. Wow.
Wow.
Oh my
I
gosh,
thought I
can you
was in
imagine
Loki.
him as Kilowog?
Wow. See, my name is Kilowog. Yeah.
Okay, maybe
No,
I'm
he'd
into
be better
this.
as what is it? Gort? The little like rabbit guy? What is his name?
Oh, I'm
Gnort
trying to
or
think.
something like that?
Something like that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What about
That's it.
what about?
I would love him.
Oh God, what if he play? What if he's the one that plays Tomar Ray?
Wow. What if he's Mogo? Wow, I'm a planet. Look at me. Wow. Did you see
Sounds
this
more like
coming?
Jennifer Coolidge though. Wow.
Wow,
Look
I'm
at
a
me.
Jennifer Coolidge
I'm a
Green
planet.
Lantern. Great.
I'm a planet now.
Wow, apparently I'm a
I'm
MILF.
a planet. Look at my lips on the planet. Don't they look lovely?
Wow, my Jennifer Coolidge is better than yours.
Chip. Oh, he would be great as Chip. He would
See,
be
I'd be
great
down
as
for that.
Chip.
And I'm okay. I'm on
Yeah.
board. Now I want this show right now.
That's it. Yeah, that's who I was talking about.
Gnort.
Gnort.
All right,
Like
now we're
like
on
the
board
new.
because we're getting Owen Wilson as Chip, and
That's it. There you go.
here just wrecking shop. All right, let's move on, guys, because this is great, but we gotta move to the next story here. David Krumholtz, I'm sorry, in Father Knows Best. Listen to your father news, right, James? Huh?
Father
Like the
knows
song
best.
Mother.
Listen to
There
your
you go.
father.
Right? Huh? James?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
We're gonna tell your kids, just listen to your father.
No, they don't.
No, but that's what we have to tell them. Like, you have to listen to your father.
I tell them all the time to listen to me. It doesn't work.
Yeah, but it's more if it's coming from someone else. Actually, it's probably more hilarious for them to mess with you. All right, David Krumholtz, who plays Zor-El in Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, says the film will deepen the mythology of Krypton and clarify the legacy of the House L, especially in light of James Gunn's controversial re-imaging of Superman's origins. Zor-El's spilling House of L tea, and it's piping hot.
Wow, the tea's hot. Look out.
So I almost put something Firefly in there, but I was like, no, that's too niche. I don't know. I think maybe like 4 people would get it. So I was gonna talk about Can't Stop the Signal, Mal. Wait,
So
Dad.
apparently, this whole thing with Zor-El, it's supposed to be putting context to why his parent. Super spoiler for anybody who hasn't seen Superman. We ready? Okay. Spoilers.
Mhm.
This is supposed to put context to why his dad told him to take over the planet.
Yeah.
Bang bang Krypton gang.
Yeah. So it's supposed to explain why Jor-El would say, enslave the planet. And a lot of people are speculating that it probably has to do with them thinking that Earth was a dying planet when he sent Cal there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But it not being what he thought it was, So I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what they do, because they're going to be explaining a change in plot work while still attempting to do a faithful adaptation of Woman of Tomorrow, from what I'm hearing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, in Woman of Tomorrow, she does talk about her parents.
Yeah.
And like how, yeah. So I mean, they could just add that in. It's not like, I mean, they could there's something in there already, so organically it would already be there.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I like that. I just forgot that I guess I missed that he got cast as her dad. I'm sure we talked about it, but I don't remember it. And so I was like, did he write it? Is he helping? What's going? And then I was like, he's Zor-El. The way to go there, Davy Crummy. We like ya. So
It's going to be interesting seeing David Krumholtz as Zor-El.
yeah, I mean, he likes being in space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Let's go ahead and move on here. Is Sony going full otaku news? I'm going to hold my thoughts on this one. Sony Pictures International is ramping up plans for live action adaptations of anime and manga following meetups at the Tokyo International Film Festival. The studio aims to build on its success with Kingdom and bring more Japanese IPs to global audiences. Let's hope they don't cast Jared Leto as anything.
So rude. Poor Jared Leto. Leave Jared alone.
Leave Jared Leto alone.
He can go to that private island with his cult and has his little band. He'll be just fine.
Yeah, 30 Seconds to Mars will survive. I don't know how to feel about this. Now, given Kingdom was really well done, and
It was.
Sony does put care into some of the things that they do. Now, when they take existing IP and they go and readapt that IP, they tend not to do all that great. As long as they go the route of, again, Kingdom was a really good adaptation. One Piece was actually a really good adaptation, which was theirs as well. Right? K-pop Demon Hunters, even though they, for some reason, thought that was going to fail, K-pop Demon Hunters is another example of somebody at the studio knowing what they're like, knowing how to do something, but the executives not knowing what they're doing. So I'm on the fence with this. I don't want Sony to take good properties and mess them up. But at the same time, they have done the opposite where they've taken good properties and done well with them. It's just a matter of, one, the balance, two, learning from past mistakes and making sure that they are hiring people who care about the property in order to put something out there that doesn't have to be an exact replica of the anime, but something that is something that people who love the anime that they're adapting can love.
Like something in universe, but not necessarily the same story.
I feel like we need more of that. I feel like we need more things that are in universe, or even if you go and get the manga writer to go and write something for you, like write, hey, here's something that is a side story that I maybe was going to write a book for and didn't ever get to. Let's make it into a movie, right? And you can do a film treatment and then have somebody write that treatment. You know what I mean? Like, do something along the lines of something that is, I love the idea of taking let's make a movie that lives inside of the universe but isn't a direct adaptation of what's already there.
Like Fallout.
Fallout is perfect. Fallout, I love when people do it right. Like Fallout is a perfect example, right? Again, not going to beat the dead horse, but I'm just going to mention Halo is the opposite. So
Yeah, let's you know what? We got some game stuff. You can talk about that in a little bit. Let's keep going.
So I think all the Hollywood studios are looking at anime, looking at manga, and being like, this is the new category. This is the new superhero film. And we're going to beat it with a dead horse. And we're going to get some good projects, but we're going to get some that are just like cash grabs.
Yeah.
You know, and Sony, I'm looking at you. It's probably going to be you that's going to do some of the cash grabs, you know, and we're going to have to crawl before we walk, before we get all these really good adaptions. We're going to have to end up dealing with some X-Men Dark Phoenixes where it's like, sorry, that's not exactly
Like,
what
I'm
we wanted.
watching it because I'm a
Yeah.
fan of the original
Yeah.
stuff. Like,
It's
I mean,
like it's like when you ask your mom for a McDonald's cheeseburger, but then she cooks a cheeseburger at home and uses like plain white bread, and she's like, "Here's your McDonald's cheeseburger," and you're like, "That's not McDonald's." You know what I mean?
Are
This
you
sounds like
hungry?
trauma right now. This sounds like
It's that.
trauma right now.
Are you-
I'm just
yeah,
saying. I'm
you're
just saying.
Are you hungry or
I'm just
are
saying
you
we're gonna get
feeling
some of
peckish?
these homemade cheeseburgers from Sony before
Homemade
we get
cheeseburgers are so much better than McDonald's.
They can
before
be.
we get that wagyu cheeseburger.
Oh yeah, I hear you. The only other thing that I'll throw out there is last week, me and James were talking, and I mentioned that eventually someone is going to try and do, because they see the success of Demon Slayer right now. Someone is going to try and do a live action Demon Slayers. This is where I see that happening, and that's one series that I don't want to see them touch.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
somebody's gonna touch it. Somebody's gonna touch it a lot.
Someone's probably touching it right now.
And they're touching
Probably
it
gonna make
in
it.
a way where they're gonna have to point on a doll where they touch them. It's gonna be really bad.
It's gonna
No,
get
no, no place.
uncomfortable.
Very.
It's gonna
Yep.
very uncomfortable.
As
Very awkward.
uncomfortable as this
Like
conversation.
this conversation.
Exactly. So let's go ahead and move on. Will Twiggy be a supermodel? News. I love that reference. Legendary's long gestating Buck Rogers. I almost said Buck Robbers. Buck Rogers reboot is finally moving forward, with Deadpool and Wolverine scribe Zeb Wells tapped to write the script. The sci-fi icon is being reimagined for a new generation. Apparently, George Clooney is involved and may star. No nipples on the costume this time, right, George?
Buck Rogers had nipples showing?
No, but Batman did when he was Batman.
Oh.
He had bat nipples.
He
All right.
did.
I am excited for this,
Being
and
a
it's
perv.
because I've been saying for a long time that they're readapting all of this old sci-fi, right? And in the 50s and the 60s, Buck Rogers was such a staple for like what sci-fi could be. And I mean, it wasn't the greatest. There's a lot of stuff in Buck Rogers that's just like super chintzy, and it's charming because it is bad, right? But at the same time, like, I would love to see an updated version of Buck Rogers. I mean, Han Solo is based on Buck Rogers. I want to see more of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was thinking, I was a huge Buck Rogers fan back
Mhm.
in the day because, immortality does have its perks. And I loved it. I just thought it was amazing as the TV show. I was like, I love this so much. And it was kind of like the American Doctor Who. Like, it was that kind of cheesy, fun, like kids of a certain age with a certain inclination love both those shows. And so I loved it. I loved the kitsch. I loved it all. I loved it. It didn't take itself too seriously. Glenn Larson was a genius back in the 80s.
Mm.
Genius. And so I'm all on board for this.
You know where I
think Flash Gordon needs to come back though.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know where I feel like George Clooney would still be good as Buck Rogers? Did you guys see Wolves?
Wolves.
No, I haven't. I heard it's really good though.
Yeah, I actually watched it. It's funny. Me and James had a long running joke when that movie was announced, where we just wolves.
Yeah, I know.
Wolf.
I know. I was here for most of that.
Woofs. That movie was really good. George Clooney can still do action really well, and I think that he still moves and he can still get it done. He could be Buck Rogers. Buck Rogers doesn't need
perfect for him.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. He definitely needs to be Buck Rogers. Being like an astronaut, like is stranded in time. That's perfect. It's like Farscape, but with time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, he would be perfect for that. So yeah, I love it. Like, yeah, because like who was it that played the original Buck Rogers? I can't remember, but he was like a big like a big TV star and stuff, and it was like a big deal that he was going to be Buck Rogers.
Gil
And so I
Gerard.
just think that
Gil Gerard, that's who it was.
yeah, Gil Gerard, and I think George
Rest in
Clooney
peace.
has that same kind of swagger and that same
Absolutely.
kind of like, hey, oh shucks, look at me, I'm just cute over here in the corner sipping my whatever alien ale this is. So,
It'd be tequila. It'd be Casamigos.
It'd be
alien
Casamigos
tequila.
for sure.
Yeah,
Cas-
definitely. And shout out to
Aviation
him.
Jen.
That's for another episode. Let's continue on here. Oops. In that boy still ain't right. Hold on. I gotta do that boy still ain't right. News.
That was amazing. That was really good. Good.
Hulu has renewed King of the Hill for seasons 16 and 17 following a strong debut for season 14. The revival sees Hank and Peggy return to Arlen after years abroad, while Bobby lives his best chef life in Dallas. That's 2 more seasons of propane and emotional repression. Did you guys watch season 14?
So Hesby watched the first one, didn't get all the way through it, and so I haven't really tried to start watching it again.
It's so good. It is
Oh,
so
I
good.
look, they remind me of my relatives, so it's not like yeah, whatever.
Well, no, what makes it good is what was it, 10 years between season 13 and season 14? And it
Yeah.
does not miss a beat. Like it is one of those things where the show, it's almost like they never went on a hiatus ever. The animation is almost the same. The jokes are still the same. The writing is still as witty. Obviously, you have an adult Bobby, and it's again, it's perfect the way it is, and I love that it still teaches the same lessons. It's Hank being this down home dad that wants to do the right thing, and is always looking to do the right thing. And the perfect encapsulation is the last moments in that first episode. The conversation about Girl Scout cookies, because it reminds him of why he loves being home. And
Mm.
it goes through the entire series. It was really good. If you guys have not checked out King of the Hill, if you were fans of the original series, again, it does not miss a beat. It goes right back to, it picks up exactly where it left off, and it was great.
It's on the list. It will be watched.
Say Wong obviously watched it because he's talking about the episode where him and Bobby are fighting over who makes the better beer. And Hank basically makes Hank basically remakes Alamo. He makes like another Budweiser because he's like, it's the best kind of beer. You don't need anything more than that. And Bobby makes like this crazy IPA, and they just both hate each other's beers. But they bond, right? But they bond over the fact that they were able to just make a beer together as a father and son.
That's good.
Yeah. It's great. It's again, it's really good the way that the way they do the show.
Sweet.
All
You
right.
think Keanu Reeves is going to be on it?
Keanu Reeves already said he's going to be in the next season, so we're definitely going to see that. It's gonna happen. So talking about Keanu Reeves, and is this an adult Goosebumps story news? Keanu Reeves will star in Shiver, a sci-fi thriller directed by Deadpool's Tim Miller, described as Edge of Tomorrow meets The Shallows. The film follows a smuggler caught in a deadly time loop with mercenaries and sharks.
Like real sharks?
A shark? Hey,
like in the ocean? Sharks?
Yeah. I just want sharks with freaking laser beams attached to their heads somewhere. John Wick is politely declining this mission. Why do we need sharks in this? I like the idea of Edge of Tomorrow meets The Shallows. Like it's I think, is it Keanu Reeves, being a surfer dude, but like kind of going in a time loop, and then with Tim Miller and the way that he does his Tim Miller used to own a post-production company that they did CGI and everything like that. That's why they were able to do Deadpool so cheap, because he basically did everything on his own for that. Like a lot of the special effects. And Tim Miller is a great director. I mean, he went on to direct more than just didn't he direct the second John Wick?
I think he did. I think so.
I remember him. He went on to do a bunch of other projects, and I mean, like,
I think James is looking it up.
Yeah, I like Tim Miller's work, and the idea of a shark movie that gets it that you have a time loop in just seems it seems both hilarious and interesting at the same time. And Keanu Reeves, I mean, the dude does action perfectly, so I'm for it.
Me too. I think it's gonna be amazing.
James, any thoughts?
Yeah, he did Deadpool, Terminator, Dark Fate, Love, Death, and Robots. He was on 5 episodes of that.
Love, Death, and Robots was so good.
Just so we're throwing it out there, he was executive producer for Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, nice.
And Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Oh, wow.
So is he the one that created
Sonic the Hedgehog 3?
Is he the one that created Ugly Sonic?
Maybe he could be.
I want Sonic to have teeth. No, don't do that.
It's like having human cats with buttholes.
Ah, yes, cats.
What's Deadpool Happy Year of the Monkey? What is that?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that up.
It must be like a commercial or something.
That sounds about right. Any other thoughts before we move on here?
No, I'm good.
No.
I like that Keanu's doing fun. Like, this isn't super deep. It's not a huge dramatic role, it doesn't seem like. Let's just go have fun. Like, do more John Wick style shoot 'em up action movies. Good.
So does the shark get out of the water when pull out a gun and start trying to shoot him, or?
I think it's going to be Jeff the Shark.
Yeah.
And it's a buddy cop movie.
There you go. Oh my god.
Jeff the Land Shark would be cool. I was thinking more like what was the dude from Wacky Racers?
Oh, that was Jabberjaw.
Jabberjaw. Like, I was thinking more like Jabberjaw. He just gets up, pulls out a gun. Wah! See?
Right. Or Sylvester Stallone voicing Steve
King Shark.
King Shark.
King Shark.
That was so good.
Hand.
Yes. Nanawe, that's your hand.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man. All right. Well, let's jump into this next story here. In Kaiju Math news, -1, -0, minus
carry the 4
plus.
If you look, I just know this that it's Godzilla math. So let's just move on.
Yeah. Toho has revealed the title and logo for Takashi Yamazaki's sequel to Godzilla -1, Godzilla -0. The teaser dropped at Godzilla Fest, with Yamazaki returning as writer, director, and VFX lead. Math nerds rejoice! Godzilla's at zeros, and Tokyo's still not safe. And kids can't wait for Godzilla 6-7.
6-7.
Saying
y'all are nonsense. Let's move on.
No. Saying it out loud is even more cringe than listening to James say it last week. So
that's it's nonsense. Let's move on.
Yeah, this is gonna be good. I again, the first one got nothing but good reviews. Got a whole bunch of awards. As long as they stay within the vein of that first movie, if it still has the same kind of feeling, you know what I mean, like the same tone and just really good writing, I think this is going to be a hit.
Yeah, I think so. People, especially Godzilla fans, loved Godzilla -1. So if they find a way to bring it back somehow and do a sequel, yeah, it's good. I think it's going to be good for expanding the Godzilla universe. Is don't they have an anniversary coming up too? Something crazy. Yeah. Good for them. Good for Godzilla.
Absolutely. All right, let's continue on here.
Oh wait, hold on. Godzilla's 75th anniversary is being celebrated November 3rd, 2025.
So, is that today?
Yes, today. Happy birthday,
It was
Godzilla.
yesterday.
Yesterday.
It was yesterday. Yesterday.
Nice. 75th anniversary was yesterday. Happy birthday, giant radioactive lizard.
Yes.
I think maybe like a life day or
Definitely a life
level
day.
up day.
In what happens in New Vegas stays in New Vegas news. And again, the Kings better be in this fucking season or I riot. Prime Video released 4 new character posters for Fallout Season 2 featuring Lucy the Ghoul, Maximus, and Dogmeat. Ooh, very excited for this. The imagery teases a shift to New Vegas and introduces factions like Caesar's Legion and the Kings. Yes. Oh man, I'm so excited for that. Lucy, Maximus, Dogmeat, and the Ghoul walk into New Vegas. That's it. No punchline. I nothing else. I'm excited for this. It's one thing like Caesar's Legion makes sense just because they are like the main antagonists in the game. But the Kings, you do like small little odd job missions for them. It's more so how ridiculously hilarious it is to see a gang of dudes that are all Elvis impersonators, but they all impersonate different eras of Elvis.
I
Right.
love that.
Yeah,
That's
so
amazing.
it's like, you know, you have like
Can't
fat dudes, skinny dudes, a whole bunch of like greaser type guys that are all just like all different kind of greasers. And this is like 500 years after he dies. So it's funny in the game when you talk to some of the guys that are kings, they're like, "Yeah, man, we worship some guy from like 500 years ago. Nobody's ever seen before, but we found a bunch of his stuff here and we just use it all the time now." So it's like you know, they're like these really bad impersonators and they have never heard his music or seen his movies. They've seen pictures of Elvis. And they basically base themselves off of like, you know, not knowing anything about Elvis aside from, oh yeah, we've heard his voice. So
Yeah.
it's hilarious. And it's like the Kings are probably one of the most endearing factions within that game because it's like you want to hate them, but at the same time they're so ridiculous that you love them.
I'd like to see them roll them out like one at a time so that like you'll see like one of them in an episode and then another one in a different episode. And so it's kind of like Ella Purcell's character is like, is that the same? Who are these guys? You know, like that guy. Who are these guys? And
Right.
then finally, like they meet up with them or get into a fight with them or whatever they do in the game, or in the show, and they and that then she's like, oh my gosh, okay, there's a lot of like it's that kind of like light bulb moment for her.
Right.
Because she that whole naive thing that she did in the first season, they're gonna have to keep that up a little because she's still experiencing all of this for the first time. And so I think something like that would be really funny and would be a really good Easter egg for all the people that have played the game and know, oh God, these are the Kings, you know. And but she's totally clueless about it. So I think that would be great.
Yeah, it's so good. I really love the show. So yeah, let's go ahead and move on, staying within the realm of Amazon and all the fun things. In what Scar, Carl? I don't know what you're talking about. News. Carl Urban confirms that The Boys season 5 will finally explain the origin of Billy Butcher's forehead scar, a mystery fans have speculated about since season 1. Urban teased the reveal during MCM London Comic Con. 5 seasons in, and we're finally getting Butcher's origin story of his forehead. Nothing else.
I'm just like, you know what?
No.
I saw the scar and I was like, oh, there's a scar in his head. And then I moved on. Promptly
same.
moved on.
Did.
Yeah. I didn't know it was a thing. And
I
I'm glad we're getting the story.
I never really cared about the scar on his forehead. I wanted to know more. So can we get more behind why he's called the Butcher? I mean, I know he's violent as all shit, but it's like I want to know why he was the go-to guy for, hey, let's kill some soups.
Yeah. I also want to know if he got the whole Jeffrey Dean Morgan out of his head.
Oh yeah. I need to go on a rewatch for the last season, but I mean, like, for the most part, it seems like he's kind of merging with Jeffrey Dean Morgan's character, and it's literally that Jeffrey Dean Morgan's character is the psychosis that lives in his head.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. But it just, it's like we left him in a precarious situation, and so
With the tentacles,
mentally.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited about it too, and I'm excited especially after watching Gen V season 2 because it's pretty freaking awesome, and what they do with those characters are amazing. Have you guys seen it yet?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I watched this
Okay,
season
good.
the night of the premiere. It was so good. And it
Oh
makes
my gosh.
I love how much it interweaves with the boys, because again, spoilers for anybody out there who hasn't watched Gen V, but I'm excited to see how far Odessa goes.
Yeah.
And whether or not she's going to be a part of, I know she's going to be a part of the resistance as part of the Starlighters, but
Yeah.
if she is the only other Odessa candidate next to Homelander, and she's finally starting to get a reign of her powers, do you think that, my guess is she's going to neutralize his blood? Like, she can neutralize his
Of the V,
Yeah.
I think that's where they're going with that.
Yeah.
I also think she might fix some people along the way.
Oh yeah.
Like, I think maybe, because Starlight was having that issue with her powers and all of that. And I
Yeah.
know they kind of solved that, but maybe she needs a solve on that, like a real solve. And like, I just see that she might, like A-Train, she could
Mhm.
fix A-Train.
I think
She could
she's
fix
gonna play it.
Billy the Butcher.
That's what I was gonna say. I think she's gonna play
Yeah.
a part in one, fixing the part of Billy where the V was killing him, right? Because it basically gave him cancer. So it's like, like
Yeah.
fixing that part of him, but then also, like, if she fixes that kind of thing in him, takes the poison out of him, does that relieve him of the hallucinations? Does that relieve him of the psychosis that he had? I mean, he'll still be a radical because that's who he is. But, like, and it's the same thing. Like, could she pull all of the drug, like, all of the addictions and the drugs from Frenchie? And now Frenchie is cured and doesn't have to worry about that kind of thing. Can he fix the different things with what's her name? Miko. Can he fix all the different things that are going on with Miko? Because same thing, she, she's a mute. She has her different issues and things that are going. She's been having problems with her powers. So I mean, like, like,
I don't know. Like it almost seems like that would be too easy. There's probably going to be something that she can do a lot, but there's probably going to be something that causes her not to do that. Like there will be something that she does or something that happens. Because if that's the case, then she could just go through the whole season and just start bloop, bloop,
well,
bloop. Everybody's fixed. Okay, la
it
la
also
la.
seems
Let's
like
go. Let's
it also
go. And
seems
that
like
wouldn't
every time,
solve.
it also seems like every time Marie does anything, it takes a toll on her. So I mean, like, yes, she's super powerful, but at the same time, anytime she does something of that magnitude, it damn near kills her. So I don't think she's gonna do it to a lot of people. I'm just saying, like, there are a lot of subplot points or a lot of different things that she can do in order to bolster up the alliance that is fighting against the fascists.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think maybe her neutralizing Homelander's blood might take such a toll on her that
I think
she's
it'll
just
kill
out
her.
of power for a little bit. Or yeah, or it could kill her.
I,
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
I think in the end, what's going to happen is this is my guess, because remember the show has severely veered from the comics. So my guess, what she's going to do is she is going to neutralize Homelander's blood. She's going to pull all the V out of his blood.
Mhm.
And and like in the process, it's going to kill her. But then that becomes a one-on-one fight between him and Billy the Butcher.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
very,
I think that, you have if you have an Odessa caliber and an Odessa caliber, chances are they're going to cancel each other out. Like Mad
right,
Men.
right. I think yeah, she ends up neutralizing him, makes him just a regular person, and without powers, Homelander is a coward. And
Oh,
without
absolutely.
powers, Billy is still a fucking psychopath. So I think
Yeah.
Billy ends up, if you put them on the even playing field, Billy the Butcher is gonna fucking wreck Homelander.
I want his dog back.
Oh yeah.
I miss his dog. All right, let's move on.
Let's
Unless
move.
James, do you want to wax Carl Urban? I mean, like, wax poetical about Carl Urban. Or
I mean,
wax.
he's a good-looking guy. I guess
Aside from Mortal
I guess
Kombat,
he'll try anything. So.
which we'll see next year. All right, let's continue on. In what do cowboys and jarheads have in common? News. Actually, a lot more than you would think.
I know they have a lot in common. It was a joke, though.
No,
Moving on.
I know. I was I was adding to the joke for the audience. Anyways, Paramount and Activision are developing a live action Call of Duty movie with Tyler Sheridan. Taylor Sheridan? It's Taylor Sheridan, right?
Taylor, yeah.
Taylor Sheridan and Peter Berg co-writing. Berg will direct, with the project aiming to capture the franchise's global appeal and military intensity. From Yellowstone to kill streaks, Taylor Sheridan's next frontier is tactical respawns. I am not the most excited about this.
Why?
I have talked about this in the past, like about why I don't feel like this is one, as a franchise. This doesn't need to be a movie. Two, I don't think that they're not gonna follow the storyline that people love, mainly because the main characters in that game are not American, and they're gonna try and make this the most American thing ever. Because for the most part, yeah, in most games you will follow, like you'll go back and forth between, like, a ranger unit or a special forces unit or something like that, and the SAS. And the focus
Mhm.
in this game is always the SAS, right? For the most part, the main villain of the entire series is an American general, commanding general of USASOC. So I mean, they're not gonna do that. Not in the environment that we're in right now, especially not Paramount with the way that they are right now. Uh, they this is not gonna. I don't feel like this is gonna live up to what Call of Duty is. I think they're just gonna make another generic war movie.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know Call of Duty the way you do, but I really like some of Taylor Sheridan's work and Peter Berg's work. I don't know if you've seen Linus on Paramount Plus.
Oh, it's good. Paramount. Linus is good.
Linus is super good, and that's one of his properties. So I'm excited to see what they do with this. And yeah, it might not be exactly what Call of Duty is, but it kind of goes into what you were saying before. Like, show me something within this universe. Maybe we get something within this Call of Duty universe. Maybe not be exactly the characters that you're used to seeing, but maybe we'll get something that expands on the lore.
But that's the thing, is that it needs to stick within the lore. Again, this is where Halo tried to do exactly that. We're going to tell a story that's not exactly the games, but tell an origin story, and they fucking botched the shit out of it. And it's with this, it's kind of like there are characters that we expect to see, right? And again, I don't want Paramount to be like, oh, well, you know what we're gonna do? Ghost is a character that a lot of people like. We're gonna make him American, and he's not gonna be a RAS commando, because nobody wants to see a Royal Commando. Nobody cares about British commandos. So we're gonna make him an American, and he's gonna be Ghost. That's the kind of shit that I see them doing. Is let's take a character that everybody knows, but because we don't want to do what's in the game, we want to make it our own thing. Oh no, Ghost can be anybody. It's just a guy wearing a ghost mask. It's a guy wearing a skull mask, right? And it's like that's just going to piss a lot of people off. And then on top of that, I guarantee you, with the way that Paramount treats their properties, they're going to do a face reveal for Ghost, and it's just, again, that's going to upset me.
You're mad at this, and it hasn't even come out yet.
I'm mad at this because of Paramount and the way they treat these properties.
But again,
they're not.
Why we're reporting on it?
They're not. The thing is Paramount is. You make a Call of Duty movie because it's a cash grab, not because they genuinely want to make a good story about something that has to do with the game. What they're trying to do is Call of Duty is the #1 video game in the world. We need to make a movie on this and make some money on it. And they don't give a shit about the story. They care about, well, let's put the name on it, and we can say it's part of Call of Duty because Call of Duty's on it. They're gonna do Hellraiser with this. It's going to have nothing to do with Call of Duty, and they're going to put Call of Duty on there just so they can have a bunch of, war movies that say Call of Duty.
Paramount made Halo, is that right?
Paramount made Halo.
Oh, that's what you're mad at. So you're mad at that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm mad at a lot of things that Paramount
We're
does.
still on the bitter train on that one. So
I'm mad at a lot of things that Paramount does, and it's the same issue that I have with Sony. It's the same issue I have with Disney in a lot of cases. It's this in particular is them trying to take a name and make money off of it, but they don't care about the property itself. I will be surprised if we get a trailer and it is British RAS and it is SAS and it is them collaborating with CIA units and things like that, and it being, an espionage film and not just a action, war movie, right? Like, if this does end up being a globe-trotting espionage movie that involves special forces teams, and we get acknowledgement, like, again, if it's something that is within the world of Call of Duty, right? And we get a reference to, I was trained by Soapy McTavish. I was trained by but like, if they mention the characters and they're not using those characters, right? And down the line, we get something where those characters end up in the games. That's a win for me. It's you're respecting the property and you're adding to the lore rather than just trying to make it a cash grab, because you can do both. But the thing is the studios don't know how to do that.
Gotcha. So Peter Berg, Taylor Sheridan, you got to do Soapy justice, and everybody's happy.
Yeah.
Captain Price and
what
Soapy
would
McTavish.
make me happy to watch, watch and listen to Phil read this next story.
Oh yeah, you're gonna hear me fucking retch here in a second. I'm not excited about this. This is what my name is today. And why are you like this, Oreo? News. Oh man, I'm throwing up already. Oreo's limited edition Thanksgiving dinner cookie tin features 6 fudge-covered flavors inspired by holiday staples. Get ready for this, guys. Turkey and gravy flavored Oreos, mashed potatoes and butter flavored Oreos, cranberry sauce flavored Oreos, corn on the cob flavored Oreos, and the last 2 are actually solid. caramel apple pie, that I'd like, and pumpkin pie. Sounds delicious. The first 4, not really into. Sold exclusively on Oreo.com for $19.99, which means it's fucking affordable, which means I'm going to have to buy it and eat it. And I'm not excited for this. The tin includes 2 cookies of each flavor. Fans are calling it delightfully disgusting. And yes, the turkey and gravy cookie is fucking real. Turkey and gravy Oreos, that's not a dessert. It's a dare. And we know the rules. We know the rules. When we talk about food on the show, there's a 90% chance that Phil has to try it on the show.
100% of the time.
And I'm not excited for this. I do not. The idea of turkey and gravy cookies sounds absolutely disgusting to me.
It's a
Think
savory
of it as an
cookie.
experience. Think of it as an experience. Think of it as, hey, this is a once in a lifetime experience that I can actually pretend I'm in Willy Wonka.
Oh,
Boo! You suck.
This is some Willy Wonka stuff, isn't it?
It is. Yes. A cookie that's turkey and gravy. And here comes the buttered mashed potatoes. Blueberry pie.
Really pisses me off to no end.
it really is. That's the only way we can describe this.
Love it.
Stupid. Oh, that's
I
so
love it.
gross. I'm not excited for this, and the fact that it exists and we brought it up on the show means that somebody's gonna end up buying this, and I have to eat it. And that is so gross. I
Meat
imagine
flavored Oreos is what Say Wong said.
what flavor? What?
Meat flavored Oreos.
Oh, ugh.
Well,
Sounds so
the
gross.
turkey and gravy, that is a meat. So
The mashed potatoes and butter, I imagine, would end up just tasting like
butter cookies.
would end up just tasting like Eggo Waffles made a cookie that came out, and it was actually not bad.
Oh, jeez.
I imagine the mashed potatoes and butter would taste like that. Cranberry sauce does not sound appealing, but I guess a cranberry.
I think I might like it. I'd be willing to try that one.
Yeah, the corn on the cob one. That might actually taste like cornbread.
I'd try them all. I love Thanksgiving. This is going to be amazing.
The turkey and gravy one is the only one that is just that sounds.
No, it's going to be
When
great.
you look at the picture of it, like you look at the picture of that, I'm also wondering if they're not actually like flavored as turkey and gravy. That it's just like representing turkey and gravy, and it's just fudge.
Oh, you know it is. You know it's really all those flavors.
But
It
then
better
also,
be.
yeah, they did say it's delightfully disgusting. So like,
Yes.
yeah, it probably is a turkey and gravy flavored cookie.
6 fudge covered flavors inspired by holiday staples.
So gross.
This is going to be delicious.
Somebody
You're gonna love it.
buy this. I'm not gonna love it. I'm not gonna love the turkey one.
You're gonna eat it, go back for seconds, maybe take a nap.
All
gonna
that
be great.
tryptophan.
It's gonna have tryptophan.
That's it. They put tryptophan in all the cookies.
Oh,
It's,
God.
you
So
just
gross.
you're like, I can't stop eating these cookies.
Okay.
Passing out.
I'm done being disgusted by cookies of all things. We've talked with Father, lost all of our money in New Vegas, and are gobbling up Oreos that I don't want to eat. But now it's time to slow the scroll, zoom out and dig in. These are the stories shaping the fandom, stirring debate, and trending up. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the trend up with our good friend Jamez 5000.
Oh yeah. Netflix and chill? No. Has Netflix and thrill replaced the theater experience? Interesting. Halloween weekend 2025 was a horror show for the box office, but not the fun way. Domestic ticket sales cratered to their lowest point since 1997, with no breakout hits and even genre staples falling to draw crowds studios are quietly rethinking their release strategies as audiences opt for a couch over cinema. Even Michael Myers couldn't scare people into theaters. So sad. Movies just tanked. But similarly, in streaming The Real Scream Queen Now news, Netflix's K-pop Demon Hunters is on track to hit 500 million views by the end of the year, fueled by global K-pop fandom, anime aesthetics, and streaming first release strategy. The film's success shows how niche genres can go mega when platformed right. Demon hunting never looked so choreographed, and Netflix just mic dropped the competition. While Hollywood clings to a legacy model and theatrical windows, streamers are building global fandoms with genre mashups and algorithm friendly storytelling. So let me ask you, is Hollywood's fear finally coming true? Is the theater movie model being outpaced by streaming?
Who wants to go first? I have thoughts.
Why don't you start?
Okay. So back when TV first came out, this is a little history. Well, history lesson with Jen. But back when TV first came out, like the Hollywood, like movie theaters and the Hollywood system was not happy because they thought, well, TV is gonna kill the theaters. And so they had to reimagine things and make them big spectacles and make it, make them grand things. And they somehow survived TV being, brought out. And so now streaming is the new thing. And we had COVID. So everybody is already like programmed now to want to watch stuff at home, to be in their house.
Mhm.
And I think maybe it's time if Hollywood wants to survive it and actually continue making theatrical released movies, which I would love them to do. I just think that the system now is outmoded. They've got to do something. There may be a hybrid way of doing it. Who knows? But I think they need to rethink it, and hopefully movie theaters will come out better for it, but they may not. Wow, I was on the fence on that, wasn't I? I think streaming's going to win.
Mhm.
Me not mince my words, because you know what, I don't want to go to the movie theater with all these other people, even though I have really nice experiences. I like having my own stuff while I'm watching the movie, and I like to be in my pajamas if I want, and I can't do that at the theater. They don't like it when I do that.
Mm-hmm. Young Phil, what do you think?
My thoughts on this. I've been talking about this for like the last couple of weeks, right? Using K-pop Demon Hunters as the example every single time I talk about this. I think that the hybrid model is more successful in this day and age right now than it would have been, in any other time pre-COVID. Again, the fact that K-pop Demon Hunters was released on Netflix first, and the fact that they've brought it to theaters not once but twice, and it has outperformed every other movie that's out there. Right? It is proof that just because you put something on Netflix and you have it available at home doesn't mean that people aren't going to go to the theater to go watch it. Sometimes people do want that experience. Sometimes people do want to go be able to watch that movie along with everybody else. And if it's a good movie, I feel like this is going to be controversial because there's a lot of hate for this, but Superman probably would have done well with a dual release, because had people been able to go watch Superman at home and see how good that movie was and say, you know what? I want this experience in the theater. This is a movie I need to see on a big screen, and then go watch it
Yeah.
that. I think they probably would have been more successful overall. They probably would
I
have made
agree
more
with
money.
you to a certain point about that. Like, honestly, some movies should be seen in the theater. I believe
Yeah.
that there are like epic movies like the Odyssey that's coming out soon.
Should be in theaters.
That needs to, yeah, that has to be in the theaters. Like that is going to be one of those movies that you will have to watch in the
Mhm.
theater to do it justice.
Yeah. I'm
Um,
gonna go see Predator Badlands on theater just because that movie, the scale of that movie, seems like something you need to see on a big screen. You know, like I'm gonna
right.
go see that movie in theaters. I went and saw Demon Slayer last week in a theater, and that experience was so much better than watching it on my TV. You know what I mean? That they're and again, me and James, we joke about this all the time, but like the snacks, the popcorn, the red vines, the different things that I can get there. Yeah, I can make it at home, but it's better when I get it at the theater. The other issue with all of this and what's like pushing people away is as pocketbooks get tighter, theater prices keep going up, right?
Exactly. Yeah,
So
that's true.
tickets for films keep going up and snackies, right? You can go spend $10 on a ticket. I don't know where a ticket's $10, but I'm just giving an example. You can go spend $10 on a ticket, and then you go spend $30 on snacks, and now you spent $40 and more of that on snacks than the movie itself. And I think that whole thing drives people away from the theater now. People don't wanna go to the theater because one, it's expensive. It used to be you went to the movies because it was cheap and it was easy to do. And if you live in a community where you don't have a air conditioner and it's hot, then you go to the theater because it's the only place you can get an air conditioner, right? But I mean, like it's no longer the cheap, easy thing to do on the weekend. You know, like I have to pick and choose what movies I want to go see because of how expensive it is. Whereas right before COVID and even like during COVID when we were able to go back to the movies again, you know, like things were cheaper before they started raising all the prices on everything, and I could go see a movie every week. You know, around the time when AMC and stub what was it, ticket stubs, like AMC stubs and was it Red Ticket? I don't remember.
Fandango.
Yeah, where they had like the whole thing where you could you got like a movie pass. A movie pass. That's what
Yeah.
I'm movie pass. When I know movie pass went under, but movie pass when that came out, it was when everything was cheaper and I could go to the movies every week and go see a new movie and have that experience. And I didn't feel like it was breaking. You know what I mean? And now
Yeah.
it's like I don't want to go and spend $40 to go watch a movie. You know, I go to movies now because I have a free ticket. My work will give us free tickets every now and then, like and things like that. I have 2 free tickets right now, so even with that, I have to choose why I only have 2 tickets. What movies do I want to go see? Right? I had a little bit left over, and I went to go see Demon Slayer last week. But now I don't have any of that, and I have 2 free tickets that my work gave me. Well, one of those is going to be Predator Badlands, which comes out this weekend. The other one, again, I can't just go and see, oh, here's a movie that I want to go see. I have to look at it and say, which one do I want to see at home? And I'll wait
Right.
till it hits streaming, or which one do I want to waste this ticket on and go see in theaters? And the fact that we have that option now where we didn't before, and now everything is the windows are closing so much, right? Nobody wants to go see movies anymore if it's just going to be in my house in 2 months anyways.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, it's across the board. I mean, box office is like that the first story, the box office that was the worst in 17 years.
Mhm.
And Halloween is usually like October, the end of October especially is usually really good because a lot of horror movies come out and people get in that horror spirit um and that's a thing, but there's not really any reason to go see these movies in the theater unless it's something you absolutely want to see
Mm.
already. Like I wanted to see Superman already, so I need to see this in the theater. I wanted to see Fantastic Four. So that, but like some of these smaller movies like uh Ella McKay that looks so cute and I really want to see it. I probably will wait until that comes on some sort of streaming service and get it then, because you can purchase it to rent or to buy for less money than you can go to the theater to see it once. And
Mhm.
so it's like it's just not as economical as it used to be. And even like the matinees and stuff aren't that inexpensive anymore. So
Matinees still exist?
yeah, we go usually on Fridays. Husby and I go during the day, like first
Mhm.
show, and yeah, it's fun. Remember we stayed like it was like a 6 hour thing for Fantastic Four, and because we couldn't because the IMAX got broken and then we had to wait. Oh, it was a big deal.
Right.
Anyway,
Yeah, it's just again, it's at a point where the companies, AMC and Regal and all this all the companies that own the theaters, they're trying to find a way to make their money back because they've lost so much and people aren't going to the theaters. But the thing is that they're moving backwards by raising prices because that just turns people off from wanting to go to the theater,
Mhm.
and
yeah,
it's like, I also understand that the studios are asking for higher price points for the movies, which means that they have to counteract those price points in ticket sales. And the only way that they can make money is off the snacks. And they're just, it's always been a joke that, you know, movie snacks are expensive, but it's at a breaking point now.
Yeah, I
yeah,
agree.
yeah, absolutely.
I don't blame the movie theaters though. I think the whole, movie theater industry versus streaming industry, they're competing for the same they're competing for your wallet, right? They're competing for your money, but they're not playing by the same rules. And we're not even in the same times anymore. Like all the conveniences that we have now, all the short attention spans that we have now, that's not anything that the movie theaters did wrong. It's just that's the world we're living in now where people want to sit on their couch and look at their phone every 5 minutes when there's a lull in a movie that they're watching and just
Mhm.
scroll through and multitask and do things. That's just the world we live in
Right.
now. So
I
that has
just like to
nothing.
pause it if I have to go to the bathroom or
Yeah.
something. That's my
Exactly.
favorite part.
Remember when was it? Was that End Game that was like 3 hours or whatever? And everybody's like, when do I take a pee break?
Yeah, and you
Oh my
couldn't.
God.
There's no part. I dehydrated myself before that movie so I wouldn't have to go to the bathroom and then drank stuff while we were there. And I sat there and well then I cried so much that I actually didn't have to go to the bathroom because I dehydrated myself much more. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, absolutely. I agree. I mean, but see, to me, Endgame is worthy of going to the theater to see, to
Right.
spend
Right.
that kind of money,
Right.
but I might not see like Sinners. We didn't go see Sinners in the theater. We waited until it was on HBO Max or wherever it was.
Hmm.
And yeah, and so, and like Weapons, we watched Weapons this week.
So do we.
Loved
We
it.
watch Weapons
Oh
this.
my
It was
God.
good. It was really good.
It was amazing.
Yeah,
And it
and
was
I
very
understand.
light on the gore.
Right, I understand why. Because Sinners I saw in theaters. Because I just kept hearing that was an experience you had to have in theaters, which I agree. It's way different in theaters than it was watching it on TV. But two of the best horror movies of the year, right? And just like people were talking about, like some of the best horror that have come out in a while. Uh, Sinners and Weapons. One, I mean, Sinners would have been. I feel like that was a theater experience, but I saw Weapons at home, and I don't feel like I missed out.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I have to say this. I have 2 horror movies in my top 5 this
Mhm,
year. That doesn't
Hmm.
happen. Hey, we're lucky if I get 1.
mhm.
But yeah, I've got Weapons and Sinners are in my top 5 this year so far.
Yeah,
And I'm
Hmm.
just like, well, goodness, that's great. But I didn't see either one of them at the theater. I just waited until they were in streaming because everything does come to streaming now.
right.
And it's
Yeah.
like you're paying something a month to, which is equivalent to going to the movies once a week or once a month. And yeah, so it's not worth it. But I don't think it's the theater's fault. I think it's the changing um society changing and the
Yeah,
changing
exactly.
of like how we watch stuff.
Yeah,
And
that's what I
that's
was
not,
saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
absolutely. I
think
agree with that.
the
Absolutely.
bars are completely separate too, because even when you look at a movie theater, like, or a movie that gets put in theaters, and you're like, oh, you have to see it in theaters, but it only does X amount of dollars, right? That's either the it's a success or it's a failure if it's made its money
Right.
back or not. Versus it was just a good movie, go watch. Whereas if that same movie lands on streaming, it's, was it a good movie or was it a bad movie? And if it was a bad movie, just throw it to the back and just keep going. Like, we don't talk
Right.
about, what was that? Chris Pratt and Millie Bobby Brown in Electric State. We just be like, yeah, and whatever. We move past it. We don't go like, oh, it was a failure at the box office and it tanked and it didn't
Right.
make any money back and yada yada. Is this the end of the Russos? Is this the end of whatever? It's no. Let's just we watched it. It wasn't that great. Move on. Let's find something else. Like, the streaming has this like pass when it comes to not giving the best quality of content. Whereas like movie theaters is like, it's black and white. Either you made the money or you didn't make the money.
Yeah, and then Netflix is starting to get to a point where now, they're starting to do like exclusivity with certain types of movies depending on what type of plan you have. So because I have the plan with ads, there's a whole bunch of movies that I'm not able to watch.
Yeah.
Well, step up your game.
Oh wow.
Yeah, well,
Quit buying all those snacks at the movie theater,
Well,
and
that-
then you can afford more Netflix.
yeah, that would be an argument if Netflix without ads wasn't $25.
All right, boys. Now let's pay some bills. Let's go. Let's transition into the next segment. Come on. Come
All
on.
right.
Come on.
So
Well, real quick,
do it.
before we transition, do you
Oh,
have
here we
any
go.
small fixes or solutions in mind for theaters?
I like the hybrid model where you can have the option.
Mhm.
I think it would be kind of cool if there was a way that theaters got like an exclusivity for a certain amount of time, like where they could have like their own apps or whatever, and you could watch it there instead, like that kind of thing, where you're paying them for the movie, but you're not necessarily paying them for the experience to go to the theater for some things, where it's a little cheaper, almost like, Amazon does that, buy now or buy or rent option on Amazon Prime. I guess Netflix does. I don't think Netflix does that. Do they? I can't remember. It's been a
no,
while.
AMC does have
Apple does it. Oh, do they?
AMC does have a streaming app. Not that you can watch movies that are in theaters, but like they have like a whole library of movies that you can watch
AMC.
on their on their app.
But it
Um,
would be cool if they did have something like that. Might be
right.
a different. That might be something that happens in the future, or it's like you get 2 weeks with it and then it goes to streaming, or something like that. Something where it can, you know,
I can
where you can
see
see
them.
it in either place.
I can see them doing a what would be smart for them because again, streaming is dominating at this point. Think Movie Pass, but in reverse, right? So Movie Pass, when you got your Movie Pass, like I think the high end one, it was like $20 a month. You got, I think it was like one movie a week, right? And it gave you like discounts on like snacks, right? If you reverse Movie Pass, like if AMC were to do like a reverse version of that, right? Same thing. You can only watch one movie a week, so you have to choose what movie you want to watch. All right, but
Mhm.
it's movies that are in theaters, especially now that everything
Yeah.
is on digital. Where it used to be like it was on film, they had to convert it over to digital in order to be able to watch. Now everything it comes to them in digital form already. So if AMC were to say, okay, uh, Predator Badlands comes out on Friday, right? You can watch it at home if you have this AMC Plus that's $20 a month, right? And you can watch that, but it's a one-time watch. You can pause it, you can do everything. Think of it like when you rent a movie, you have 24 hours from when you start the movie, you have 24 hours to finish it.
Right. Yeah. Or
Interesting.
like 48 hours, depending on like how long it's been out or whatever. Like
Right.
you could make all those little decisions later. But no, I love that. I love that idea. I think
Yeah.
that would be a great like hybrid solution so that the theaters are still getting money.
hmm
Think about it this way, they don't have to clean all the theaters as much. They don't they don't have like, I guess concessions wouldn't be as big of a deal like if you had that hybrid version.
So
I just think it
AMC
might be better.
AMC also has this option. I don't know if you've seen this. Um,
Probably not.
so AMC specifically has a pre-order your snacks, right?
Oh yeah, I have
So
seen that. Yeah.
yeah, but they also have snack delivery.
Oh, that's cool.
AMC
Yeah.
has a feature in their app right now. If you go and download their app, where you can order theater snacks, and DoorDash will come and pick it up and bring it to you.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So
Why would you want to spend extra money on that when
no,
you
but
could just DoorDash from a grocery store
but
the same
again,
freaking snacks?
if AMC had an app, like again, this AMC Plus, they took it and said you can stream your movie once a week, that whole thing right there. As you go order your film, right? You can also put in an order for snacks at a discounted price, so it's not like super expensive, right?
Yeah.
And then they will bring the snacks to you. You get your theater drink, you get your theater popcorn. You can still get your custom buckets,
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
right?
Yeah. There you go.
So you can still get like the theater buckets and everything like that. It still keeps people working because people have to be at the theater in order to facilitate those things, right?
Yes.
But it gives that option to people who want to be able to have that experience. They want that experience in their home. There are people with home theaters that rival the actual movie theater, right?
Yeah.
So you have that experience at home. You can still get the movie theater experience as far as food goes, just not with like a communal thing. But you can pause the movie. You can go and go pee. You can go and do whatever. That I think is the way that the theater industry thrives in this world where streaming at home is the new option that people wait for. And that gives you the option of I can watch this movie same day. I can watch it the day it comes out in theaters at home because I have this app through the movie theater.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Absolutely.
My solution, a little weird, but we take
On
AMC
rabbits.
or Regal or whoever else, and Netflix buys it. And so Netflix has streaming and the theater. And kind of going into what you guys were talking about, like if you have a Netflix pass, maybe it's Netflix theater pass and you get 4 movie tickets and you can go watch the movie at home, or you can go to the theater and have this like shared experience with your friends and family at the theater. And but it all counts toward, so we're not worried about like ticket sales, and it all counts as like a viewing, because Netflix only cares about people viewing it, people watching it.
Right.
So if they get them
Yeah.
in theaters and get them at home, okay, great, there you go. And then that becomes the new currency for movies: is are people viewing the movie, are people watching the movie, how many times are they watching it, where are they watching it, who cares? But let that be the currency versus like, did it make its money back, including marketing, including paying for an executive bonus for David Zaslav, that sort of thing. Like, let's just worry about, is it a good movie, are people watching it? Give it all to Netflix. It's kind of a big box solution. Like,
So you want a corporate oligarchy?
give me the oligarchy. Give me a Walmart. Give me Amazon.
So corporate oligarchy. You heard it here first.
Hey.
Jamez 5000 wants a corporate oligarchy, telling us what we should watch, what we can eat. Yeah.
When to eat it.
When to eat it.
He just wants
snacks
to
to
be
Give
to
me a
tell him what
series of bells.
Yes. I'm used to people telling me what to do all day, so that's fine. That's fine.
Right. You have no. That's why. It's because you have no control over your life. So you just don't want any of the rest of us to have control over our lives. Either.
Exactly. Then it's level. It's a level playing field.
All
There
right.
you go.
Well, let's move on. Let's get to this last portion here, ladies and gentlemen. It is now time to talk about the weekend. It's time for the Geek End update.
Did you guys stick your candy wrapper on the desk again?
I absolutely did all of that those extra wrappers from Halloween. Just threw all of it on your desk.
We never have trick or treaters, yet
Sonny,
we always
I'll make it
get
on your desk.
in October.
Got it. Nailed it.
Ladies and gentlemen, November 28th through the 30th at the Moscone Center West in San Francisco, California. It's Fan Expo. There is going to be all kinds of guests there. We are still technically planning on heading over there and doing a little bit of press coverage for the show. Hopefully we can still get in. Everything will be great there. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that is at this point the last show of the year for us.
That's great and all, but I want to hear about what you did this past weekend, buddy.
Oh yeah, that there was something special that you did that Distance Nerding was part of, right?
Ooh,
With
anything
beer.
special? What are you guys talking about?
Okay, tell us about Jackrabbit.
Jackrabbit Brewery, ladies and gentlemen. So on Saturday, on the 1st, we held trivia at Jackrabbit Brewery, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun. I'm probably going to be changing my model when we do this at bars, mainly just because trying to do the way that we do it at Comic-Cons, it works at Comic-Cons, right? Doesn't really work at a bar because people are like, I don't want to get up. Right. But
Yeah.
it actually worked out because we ended up I ended up like asking the question and just kind of like picking in the audience who thought they had it and they would answer. And towards the end of the night, there was just one guy that was just like, you know what? I'm not going to raise my hand. I'm just going to throw the answers out there every time you throw a question out there. What was nice. So people were winning prizes. You know, it still worked the way that we normally did it. Still, you know, I gave people the option to go pick their prize. But after a while, and Jackie started this trend, right? So she got a question right from one that she didn't know that I had written, right? Because most of the time I test my questions on her. It was one that I had written that she didn't know about, right? And she got it right. And rather than taking a prize, because she's not into this kind of stuff, she donated it to the toy drive.
Nice.
Oh, that's
Like, just give it
cool.
to because we were also doing a toy drive. And she was like, yeah, just take the prize that I won, whatever one you think is cool, and just donate it to the toy drive. After that, unless they were kids, everybody donated whatever they won to the toy drive,
That's
That's
awesome.
which was like really cool, you know.
Which is helping out the kids, which is helping out SAC Geeks, who this was their event. SAC Geeks had
Right.
a fundraiser toy drive.
Aren't you on the board on that?
Yes,
Like, aren't
I
you on
am.
the? Yeah.
Yes.
So,
So is
why
Sandra,
weren't you there?
because I had things going on. Family. It's called family time.
Oh, so and SAC Geeks is okay with you being on the board and not going to any of their events?
I don't know. Maybe, maybe not.
I'm totally giving you shit. You had a look on your face like,
Well, you're ruining the
Did I
promo,
just
but
fuck
that's
up?
fine.
So again, everything worked
kidding.
out
I'm so kidding.
okay.
Go ahead.
There was also a charity tap. So anytime anybody bought this specific beer, a portion of it went to Sack Geeks. So that was, again, it ended up being really good. I tried out 2 brand new categories. We had a horror category and we had a anime category. And we also wrote a whole bunch of new questions in all of our other categories. So I added a whole bunch of DC questions. I added a whole bunch of new Star Wars questions because I thought about it and I was like, I don't have anything for Ahsoka. I don't have anything for the Mandalorian. I don't really have anything for the sequel trilogy. Just start adding some of these some questions from all that stuff, and it worked out well. So we had a good time. Everybody gave us good feedback. So everybody that was there, me and Jackie in like after the fact started coming up with ideas, and I think what I'm going to do next time is do a buzzer system. So kind of how we used Bazinga for the Friday shows.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I might do like Kahoot or something like that, and make it so that anybody who wants to play is able to jump into the game, use the buzzer, so then that way I know who's who.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And that way it's not just like random people throwing their hands up. Like, again, I like the idea of Bazinga because with Bazinga, at least it'll tell me, it'll tell everybody else too, oh, you missed it by this much. I kind of like that idea too, because it makes it a little more fun. So I think that's what we're going to do on the next one. We'll do the game the same way with individual questions, because then it makes it to where people, I think why people like the game the way that we have it set up is because individuals can win prizes, and it's not just a table and hey, we won, a beer or something like that, or we won this. Like, you have a bunch of prizes, and it's like, hey, I got a question right, and there's instant reward for that for answering that question.
That's awesome. That's really great. And Jamez, I was absolutely joking. I know for a fact you go to Sat Geek stuff all the time, and you're always talking about them. You're
So all
very
month
representative on the
all
board.
month long at Jackrabbit Brewing, they have a donation tap. So if you still want to go out, you missed the event, or you want to go hang out at Jackrabbit Brewing, if you drink from the donation tap, 100% of that proceeds goes towards Sack Geeks, which is cool. So all month long. So if you want to go hang out with friends, go to Jackrabbit, get some beer down there at Jackrabbit, and help out Sack Geeks.
The beer that they're
But-
doing is their Saison, which is a nice, light, crisp wheat beer. It's actually pretty good. It's not bad.
Wheat.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Yay.
They also have a
Very
house
very
cider.
wheaty.
They also have a house cider that is it's like a tropical fruit cider. It tastes like Baja Blast. It was amazing.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. They
That's
should do a
awesome.
fruitcake one, like that Mountain Dew fruitcake Mountain Dew.
Oh, like the one that James skipped out on drinking 2 years ago on the show.
I don't even know what that is. All right, and then Sack Geeks has another event coming up. So let me see. Saturday, November 22nd, Dungeons and Drag Queens at Lucid Winery here in downtown Sacramento. Go check that out.
Wait.
Should be so
Dungeons,
much fun.
drag queens, and wine.
Yes. Lots of fun
I wish
things
I lived
happening.
closer.
Lots of fun things happening. So that is November 22nd here in Sacramento at Lucid Winery, who's a good partner for Sack Geeks. They do a lot of events too. Apparently, Sack Geeks like to drink a lot, so make it happen.
And if you want to go and get drunk and represent distance nerding the best way you can, ladies and gentlemen, it's really easy because we got merch, people.
We got merch, people.
That's right. We got merch, people.
And so can you. DM us at Distance Nerding. Give us your size. Let us know which shirt you're looking for. We got the character shirt. We got the logo shirt. $20, $25 if we got to ship it to you. We'll have it out at events usually as well. So normally Comic-Cons, but maybe we'll have it out some other events as well. But yeah, let us know how many you're looking for. $20, $25. We've got to ship it to you. We got con bags too. So if you want some of those, we got them as well.
That's right. Well, let's talk schedule, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I'm on the wrong page. Boom, right there. Tuesdays, the show you are watching right now, the Distance Nerding podcast from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. We're actually looking like we're just on time here. Thursdays, the build from 6 to 8. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this week, our guest on the show, I was just looking at it, is Carl Bourne, who has a new book out right now. The Kickstarter for the book is starting. It's called White Wolf. And it's actually really interesting. It's the idea behind the book is it's like a researcher in Mexico. I'm got it right here. In the spirit of Don Quixote, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, and The Max comes a story of a homeless man with schizophrenia who thinks he is an reincarnated Aztec warrior returned to save us all from the end of the world. So it's interesting the way that the story is written out, but like it's very it's very in that vein. It's pretty cool, man. I'm pretty excited to talk to him about this book. And he'll be on this Thursday. Of course, I'm going to be finishing the Dagobah diorama, which is what I'm building right now, and I'm probably going to start on the trench run next.
Oh, yay.
Yeah. Of course, Friday's the buzzer from 6:30 to 8:30. I think we were hoping for a really this week. I don't believe we are doing it this week because we are going to be missing a Shadoo, which means we will more likely either be doing Jeopardy if one gets done, or we'll just be doing Jackbox games. Either way, guys, join us. We're going to have a whole bunch of fun. Sandra DeLong in the chat just mentioning out there, they're going to have Dan Acosta on the show tomorrow, who's an amazing VFX artist. If you guys are not familiar with Dan Acosta, go and check him out. He does like a lot of film VFX and stuff like that. I met him at Sinister Creature Con, and yeah, some of the makeup that he does is absolutely ridiculous. It looks so real, like the cuts and the scars and stuff that he does. He had a zombie girl with her eye popped out and stuff like that, and she sat in the chair for like 3 hours getting all that done. It was so cool. So on DeLong Fam Cosplay on their YouTube channel, go and check that out at 6 o'clock tomorrow on YouTube, guys. And of course, Graveyard doing his thing with another Conversations in the Void. So go and check those out. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to support the show, the best way to do it is to head over to distancenerding.com and go up to the top, hit that big blue button right there. It says buy us a taco, because you know what you can do. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, you can join the taco party. Buy us a taco. Join the taco party. If the button would work. There it goes. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Join the taco party. It's the best way to support the show. All it does is make it so that we can continue to do more shows. We can get better prizes, do more giveaways, all those kind of things, all the fun stuff. We've got some giveaways coming up soon, ladies and gentlemen. I was just informed we're going to be getting 5 DVDs for 1927. Speaking of Taylor Sheridan. We're going to be giving those away. Once I get those in my hand, guys, we will be doing a giveaway to give those DVDs away, courtesy of Paramount themselves. All the smack that I just talked and they gave us.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I know. I'm a terrible person. With that being said,
Definitely not a sellout.
Yeah, I know, right? Is there anything either of you guys would like to plug before we jump into the final moments here?
No.
All right.
I don't think so.
Have something you want to discuss? Connect with us everywhere at Distance Nerding.
And of course, if you want to send us an email, we will read it live on air. Ladies and gentlemen, all you have to do is email us at distancenerding@aol.com, and we will read that live on air. So that is it from us. Jamez, take us home.
Thanks, and keep nerding together. Oh, and Bruce, go to sleep.
Yeah, buddy, it's time to go to bed.
Bruce.
It's Betty by time. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it from us. We will see everybody on the next show. We'll see you all on Thursday. At least me and Graveyard will. If Jen joins us, then yay, we get Jen too. But if not, we will see you. James, you're always invited.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate it.
Yes, James, you're always invited. No,
Yeah.
I probably will be. We are going to try a new breakfast place on Friday, so
Nice.
I should be fine.
Yeah. James, you're always invited on Thursdays.
Thanks. I
Thursdays
show up
and
every now and again.
Fridays.
Yeah, like once every 10 months.
Yeah, I just got to keep it interesting.
Yeah, exactly. All right, ladies and gentlemen,
Wow.
we'll see everybody on Thursday. Have a great night.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye.
Where's
Distance Nerding.